Some games entertain. A rare few make you question what you would do if you had to face yourself, literally. Welcome to The Alters, a mind-bending narrative survival game from 11-Bit Studios, the creators behind This War of Mine and Frostpunk. But this time, they're not just challenging your strategies, they're challenging your soul. You are John Dolsky, an ordinary technician turned accidental astronaut, now marooned on a hostile planet. With time working against him and the sun's deadly rays threatening his every move, Jan discovers a radical form of survival, becoming someone else. Using advanced technology within his mobile base, Jan taps into quantum science to create alters, alternate versions of himself, each born from a different life decision. What if he had studied biology instead of engineering? What if he never left home? These questions aren't theoretical anymore. They walk, talk, and question him right back. But these aren't just copies. They are reflections. They bring different skills and different traumas. Each one forces Jan, and you, the player, to navigate not just survival tasks, but psychological tension, philosophical dilemmas, and ethical decisions that have no easy answers. Visually, The Alters feels like a haunting blend of Soma, Death Stranding, and Fallout Shelter, yet it stands completely on its own. This isn't a game about building to win. It's about building to stay sane, and that's just the beginning. In The Alters, every version of John you create isn't just another worker. It's an essential part of your survival strategy. Time is your most precious resource, and every task, from mining to maintenance, consumes it. The game operates in a day cycle system, where each decision eats into limited hours, and every mistake sets you back against an unstoppable force creeping closer. This is where your alters matter most. You delegate responsibilities not out of convenience, but necessity. One John might specialize in engineering and fix critical systems, while another is better suited for resource gathering or medical support. It's a delicate balancing act between managing energy, task priority, and emotional stability. Each day brings new dilemmas. Do you repair your failing outpost walls before a storm hits? Do you send an alter into a radiation zone to scavenge parts? Or do you tend to the psychological needs of your crew, yourself in alternate forms, before tensions fracture the entire team? What makes it even more intriguing is that The Alters never feels like a spreadsheet masquerading as a game. It's structured, but immersive. It challenges your ability to prioritize, to think ahead, and to handle pressure, but it never overwhelms you with numbers for the sake of difficulty. There's real narrative weight behind your progress. You're not just ticking off objectives, you're unlocking acts, shifting to new locations across the planet, and uncovering deeper truths. Whether it's rerouting power to keep your station running, building infrastructure to reach safer ground, or venturing into the wilderness to fix the planet's magnetic anomalies, every mission has purpose. Outside the base, exploration feels like a tactical puzzle. Limited suit power means choosing between tools, planning routes through treacherous terrain, and deciding which paths to unlock first. Each zone is a maze of cliffs, caverns, and hidden resources, encouraging thoughtful exploration over brute force. There's even a hint of Death Stranding in how it all connects. You lay down pylons, powering devices, and unlocking fast travel between mining hubs and your home base. What begins as a simple cable stretch evolves into an intricate pulsing web of survival, snaking across desolate alien terrain. This is where The Alters really starts to shine, not just in systems, but in how all those systems serve story and emotion. It's impressive how The Alters blends its mechanical layers with deeply human moments. While you're uncovering secrets and unraveling scientific mysteries outside, dodging solar flares and navigating strange quantum anomalies, the real drama is often unfolding inside the base. Exploration beyond the outpost grows gradually more complex. You'll need to repair terrain mapping nodes, extract hard-to-reach minerals, and analyze phenomena that feel like nature has gone rogue. It keeps you on edge, especially as external systems demand more attention. But truthfully, it's inside the base where the magic happens. Jan's mobility outdoors is functional but limited. The real weight of your decisions comes from how you interact with your alters. Each clone is more than a set of skills. They're living, feeling people with baggage, pride, and needs of their own. Push them too hard, they'll burn out. Ignore their emotional or physical well-being, they might lash out, or worse, turn against you. The Alters doesn't shy away from the consequences of mistreatment. The more you demand, the higher the emotional toll. The risk of rebellion is very real. That's what makes managing your alternate selves so compelling. It's not just about labor division, it's about emotional diplomacy. Every altar is a different version of Yon, shaped by a single divergent life choice. Some are confident, some are anxious, some carry resentment. Others might look to you as a leader or challenge your authority entirely. Each demands something specific: solitude, exercise, friendship, purpose, maybe even a trinket you scavenged on a recon mission. It becomes a social puzzle, less about power, more about empathy. These interactions never feel like rote RPG dialogue trees. You learn by doing, by listening. Some alters appreciate bluntness, others need reassurance. One might respond to strength, while another crumbles under pressure. One alter wants validation, another wants space. And all of them, ultimately, are you. The writing captures all of this beautifully, supported by excellent voice work from Alex Jordan. He performs every alter, giving each a distinct rhythm and tone that reflects who they became. Whether one grew up to be a Southern drill sergeant or a reserved academic, the differences, though rooted in the same DNA, are stark. Sometimes it's exaggerated. One version has an accent you might not expect after just a regional move. But it works. The contrast makes each Jan stand out, and the performance is consistently impressive. You feel like you're speaking with different people, even as you know they're all just reflections of one fractured self. Peeling back the layers of who these alters are and how they fit into the larger group dynamic is consistently fascinating. You hatch a new alter, examine his timeline, discover his defining choices, and then watch how he responds to the others. There's tension, there's camaraderie, there's unresolved guilt. At times, it almost feels like therapy in motion. Alters share stories from divergent lives. Some stayed behind to care for sick loved ones, while others pursued careers, ambitions, or escapism. Those histories create a rich emotional texture where admiration, envy, and resentment all bubble beneath the surface. And just when you think you've figured out how to manage it all, it shifts again. What really sets the alters apart is how understated it is in its presentation. It doesn't rely on flashy cinematic moments or over-the-top 8AA spectacle. Instead, it's full of smaller, more intimate story beats, quiet moments that, if they land with you, really hit hard. And if it resonates, it really resonates. The game gradually ramps up its difficulty. Time pressure increases. Tasks become harder. But it gives you the tools to handle it. Tons of options and difficulty sliders let you tailor the experience. If the tension starts feeling too heavy, you can adapt. If you want the full challenge, crank it up. Replay value is another strong point. It's clear you won't see everything in one run. Some alters might not even appear based on your choices. Decisions branch out. Outcomes vary. The story encourages you to go back and make different calls, and the game supports that. It tracks what you've already selected on previous saves or playthroughs, giving you visual cues that help you experiment with new paths. No second guessing if you're unknowingly repeating your last run. That said, it's not without flaws. The inventory and storage management is the one part that genuinely drags. It's where the survival game mechanics get a bit too fussy, interrupting the flow with tedious micromanagement. You'll hit limitations that don't add much to the experience, just extra steps that bog you down. Everything else feels smooth. That part? Not so much. A few technical hiccups are worth mentioning too. I noticed the occasional lighting flicker, UI elements getting stuck on screen, and some minor character clipping issues. They're rare, and most might already be patched by the time you're playing, but still, they're there. Visually, though, the alters shines. Character models are detailed, the space station looks and feels alive, and the interface is impressively responsive. Whether you're zooming into a workroom or rearranging entire modules, it runs beautifully. I even found myself in fidelity mode by accident, and it looked and played great without me realizing I hadn't switched to performance. That says something. Look, the alters isn't going to be everyone's favorite. It's deliberate, it's emotional, it asks you to slow down and think. But for people looking for something different, something personal, strategic, and sci-fi, it's an easy recommendation. In a world where many games blend into each other, the alters stands out. It's bold, original, and emotionally rich. It's the kind of game people will talk about years from now, not just for what it does mechanically, but for how it made them feel. So if you're even a little curious, try it. It just might surprise you. That's it from me on the alters. You know how this goes. Those were my thoughts. Now I want to hear yours. Drop a comment below if you've tried the demo, played the full game, or if it's still sitting on your wish list. What's your take on the whole clone yourself to survive angle? Did it hook you or did it miss? If the video helped or you just liked hanging out, hit that like button. It seriously helps us out more than you know. Thanks for watching. This has been Gamer, and I'll catch you next time.